2-minute drill time Friday on the WDHA Morning Drill. Jim Monaghan and Chris Swendeman. Swendeman, the news for the Yankees this week. Is it a bump in the road? Is it devastating losing Jazz Chisholm Jr. to the injured list, 15-day IL with that injury to his non-throwing UCL? What are your thoughts?
Devastating. I don't want to be like the fan that, the sky is falling here, but it's devastating. You saw what he infused into this lineup. He gave them a pep in their step, gave Soto and Judge a little protection, and they were definitely a different team since he joined them before the trade deadline. And now they're back to that inconsistency that you've seen from them before they got Jazz here. So it's definitely, I think it's devastating for sure.
316 average in the 14 games that he played, 7 home runs. I know 3 of them came in one, but nonetheless, he added some punch. 11 runs batted in and 5 stolen bases. He definitely had an impact on the lineup. Meanwhile, they added 2 pitchers at the trade deadline as well, and one of them's already gone.
Yeah, De Los Santos. Here's your hat. What's your hurry? Thanks for coming. But, it was a nice cup of coffee you had in the Bronx, but we'll see you later. I mean, this is the thing with Cashman that I think fans are so frustrated with, that at the deadline, they don't get those impact players that, the Dodgers and other teams have gotten over the years that shore up your playoff run that you need at the deadline that will help your bullpen. And they just don't do it. It's nice that Judges, hit the youngest player to 300 home runs the other night, but it's like, oh, don't look at the man behind the curtain. Look over here, and this is the problem. I think it's a major problem with the Yankees that they don't get those guys to solidify what they need when it comes to the trade deadline and as they make the playoff run.
That other relief pitcher that the Yankees got, Mark Leiter Jr., he's had some ups and downs. The earned run average, I'm not quite as concerned about because as a reliever, you can have one bad outing and your ERA skyrockets. The concern for me, if I'm a Yankees fan, is the walks and hits per inning. It's like 2.22, and that's just not good for a relief pitcher, putting traffic on the bases constantly.
No, you can't have that. And they already had a shaky bullpen. So now you're relying on somebody like Leiter Jr. to come in and solidify that. And he's just as bad, if not making it worse. And that's not a good sign for as you, again, head towards the playoffs.
However, that said, I think there are 8 strong reasons why the Yankees and their fans should not necessarily be too concerned. The Yankees have 13 series left on the schedule between the second half of August and September. And of those 13 series, 8 of them are against teams with a sub 500 record. The schedule is really in their favor.
And they need to win those games because they showed you earlier this week, inconsistency again is the key. The White Sox are basically a quadruple A team, and they're splitting the series. The Angels, they split the series. You have to sweep those games. I know it sounds like, oh, well, they're superior, but they are. And those are the games you have to win as you get towards September.
You've got the Yankees and the Tigers this weekend, the Mets and Marlins. Mets need to really take that series, if not sweep it. And that's the 2-minute drill for a Friday morning here at 105.5 WDHA. Thanks, Chris.
You got it, Jim.